Latin America is statistically the world's most violent region. We will take a look at why and what can be done to reduce the number of killings. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. A third of the world's homicides occur in Latin America, a region with just 8% of the global population. It's an eye-opening statistic coming from a report released last month by a think tank based in Rio de Janeiro. CGTN's Lucrecia Franco has the story.
Poverty, drugs, police corruption and guns. The streets of Latin America's dense urban slums are bathed in blood. A problem that is only getting worse. In Lucrecia, one of Rio de Janeiro's most notorious favelas, flowers for widows and orphans. T-shirts read, "More love, less violence." It is a call for peace. Police mere steps away. Just how common the suffering is across the region is only now coming to light. According to a report just released, 2.5 million people were murdered in the region since the year 2000, of which 80% were men. Published by the Rio-based Igarapé Institute, the report says that is a homicide rate more than 3 times the global average. Brazil, Colombia, Mexico and Venezuela alone account for a quarter of all murders on Earth. One of the report's authors signals a number of factors to explain the region's soaring crime rates.
The first big one is runaway urbanization. We have cities that are urbanizing before they industrialize, and it creates a large amount of social disorder. The second factor is income inequality. High levels of income inequality are statistically associated with high rates of violence. Third factor is youth unemployment. We have a huge youth bulge of 15 to 29-year-olds who just don't have employment and low opportunities. And so they tend to join organized crime groups. And the final set of factors are drugs and guns.
With a monopoly on cocaine production, criminal groups can easily buy guns in a thriving black market that includes police and former guerrilla groups. It is a dangerous cocktail that Muga says plays into the hands of a certain brand of politics.
Call this in the region mano dura style policing, heavy fist. These kinds of solutions, they may win votes and they may bring comfort to certain politicians and the elite, but what we see over and over is they don't result in reductions of violence. What they do is they result in a lot of deaths, mass incarceration, and often a generation of new people who might be recruited into gangs.
The heavy fist isn't going away. Brazil's current presidential frontrunner, Jair Bolsonaro, wants to relax gun laws and pursue aggressive law enforcement.
To defend the people, I want a civil police force and military that shoot to kill.
Igarapé says some creative prevention programs in the region have resulted in dramatically reduced homicide rates. But without the political will to change, people will be left with only gestures and grim statistics. Lucrecia Franco, CGTN, Rio de Janeiro.